I took a little segue there from the original purpose of that last video was in Sean's on the road tales of moving fast, hitting hard, and haiku. The second thing I got from Generation Store was something called Life's Embrace, and it's also known as called the Living Prayer. Uh, there's a couple different. There's actually a good bit of information on it. Like the voice was pretty straightforward. The voice is like you issue a single word command, and that person feels compelled to do it. They don't feel like they're forced or anything like that. It just seems like it'd be a really good idea. And I think like from like a role playing perspective, like yeah, if you see it as like a good idea, it's like that seems like it'd be the thing to do. I guess I don't know how it works if you question or anything like that. I'm sure it's affected by opponent's willpower or things like that, but I don't know the source of it. Like the information was kind of small on it, but that's fine. Like that's not a problem or anything like that. Like I understand, I know what the technique does. I'm assuming if I purchase knowledge, I might get like more like backstory on the voice, but it's like a single word to start, and then you can eventually get them to obey like actual phrases and stuff like that. I haven't got a chance to use it in game yet, but I did use it on Sage, and Sage felt compelled to do it. So I was like, okay, the 12 world conquering Sage felt compelled to like have a seat by me at the bar. So I was like, yeah, that works for me. So anyway, Life's Embrace. I purchased the knowledge for it with the assumption that I'll probably be actually purchasing the ability. I think it was 2 points for the knowledge and then 8 points for the ability. So I figured it was pretty nice. Like, and yeah, so I figured it was pretty nice. It wasn't like super high end, but I'm not rolling in points or anything like that quite yet. Plus, I wanted something to make me a better healer. I'm already a really nice healer, but I want like like the discussion we just had about moving fast and hitting hard. I want to be a versatile healer. I want to heal in many ways. So that's why I looked into this, because I was like, yeah, let's see what different kind of healing arts are out there. And man, I was looking over that Generation Store to see what other things I could figure out. I still got a couple points left over that I might spend on some more knowledge stuff. And I was gonna suggest more people do the same. Is like, let's say you get so many points a year. Like I forget how many it is for real world cons or anything like that. Like we should all take like to try to set aside like a point or two here and there to purchase some knowledge, like just to kind of expand the knowledge of games and stuff like that. I know it's kind of I don't want to say it's a selfish thing to ask because you're actually doing it for everyone else, but it's like it's kind of a thing to ask. I was just gonna toss it out there, like everyone like puts aside 1 point out. Like let's say I can't remember how many real world con gets you. Let's say it gets you 3. It's like set one of those points aside to save up for a knowledge cost or something, so we can figure out what the heck half this stuff in Generations does. And I mean, it'd be cool to do for other games too. Like I said, I'm not as familiar with Tamir or the best game or Rabialis yet, but more information is always better. And let's crack that code of real world and find out what the heck's going on. Completely off topic. Life's Embrace. We're getting there. I swear. So it's actually it's pretty interesting as far as the technique goes. It actually puts you in touch with this elder or powerful being, and her name is, I'm gonna butcher the last part. Extremely powerful elder being called Mayasha. Okay, the first name is Maisasha, Mayasha, and then the last name is Wanaoishi. Wanaoshi? Miyasha Wanaoshi? We'll say that. And I don't know if that name sounds familiar or not. Who knows? But she's apparently pretty powerful healer. The technique itself, it creates this huge area of effect. And the area of effect is actually pretty insane. Well, it's insane for me. It might be nothing for you everything people. But like depending on what you're looking to do, like if you're looking to heal yourself, it's just a couple feet, and it can be up to 1,200 square miles at the start. And I guess like I'm assuming this is one of those things that grows with time and everything like that, or maybe that's just like her personal limitations. But what it does is it creates this healing rain type stuff that's not blocked by any structures or anything like that. So like if you're in a house and you cast this, if you do this, I don't want to say it's a spell so much. It's more like you're beseeching this being to help you, like a prayer kind of thing. And like if you're in a house or anything, it'll still hit you. Like it just covers the area with this healing rain. And the rain does three things. It heals you. I don't know if it heals you from afflictions, like as far as diseases go, or if it just heals you in the sense of like muscle tissue damage, skeletal, broken bones, that kind of thing. I'm assuming it does at the very least healing, like the actual damage, but it might actually heal diseases too, which actually really helps me out in my story if that's the case. It boosts your energy, like it recharges it, which is everything to me, because that's like one of those ones where that was one of the big things I wanted to be able to do with this character, is to not only heal people but to like boost to like be able to restore their energy, and this gets me access to doing that. It gives you like resistance to fatigue and a feeling of euphoria, I guess. So, like, yeah, you feel pretty good. A lot of energy seem to have that effect, where it's like, I want to have the healing energy that makes you feel like you're being stabbed with 1,000 needles. Like, oh God, why are you doing this to me? But yeah, it has a feeling of euphoria attached to it. And I don't know if there's any other little side effects or anything like that, but it seemed pretty awesome. That was the effects of it. And learning this ability, it grants me access to purchase the following abilities and titles. So I guess I can purchase these things now. And Maisha's Warden and Acolyte, I'm assuming those are two titles. And then Touch of Life sounds like an ability. So yeah, Maisha has her own will and everything like that. So she can decide to screw me over if it's not like important enough for her to do, which I can respect. Like, that's cool. It seems like a very kind of like an ultimate type ability to be able to call in like a friend in high places like that. And I think just a connection to her would be awesome, because as a doctor who specializes in, like, I don't want to say supernatural healing, because it is like that's what our race does, but like I operate at I don't want to say near supernatural level, but a very high level for our race. And this could like kind of take it to the next level. It's like basically being this doctor who's out there. Oh, that was the other thing, is this there's a couple conditions that have to be met, and there needs to be a desperate need for an act of Maisha. And like I said, that one I think I'm okay with. Like, I don't think I'm going to use it in the heat of battle, but like if there's something I can't cure, like the thing I'm going to now is there's this affliction that's like affecting these children in this like Badlands type area. And if it's getting to the point where a lot of children are dying, like I feel like I could probably make a case for, if it's something I can't solve on my own, then I could probably reach out to this elder character and she might come help me out and, do that kind of stuff. The second condition is the user must be able to continue the prayer interrupted. So like I said, it's kind of like beseeching or a prayer to reach her, and the user must approach the prayer from a place of humility, which is going to be a little hard for Cass. I mean, on the surface, I think it'll be hard for him. In reality, I don't think he's as big of an ass as he comes off. Like, he's actually a pretty decent guy. It's just he's risen up through the ranks so quick. He's definitely a little cocky when it comes to things. But I think he's not one of those people who's beyond humility, so that's not a problem. So in times of great need, there's a possibility of the prayer having a secondary effect, which is summoning a steward of Maisha, which is a physical being that will aid the user for a duration determined by to be appropriate by the being, which is awesome. Like, it's one of those ones where it sounds like it'd be awesome for a fighter, because like now you've got someone to maybe back you up. But it's like, yeah, for me, I got another healer out there to help me out. Or maybe she can box. Like, maybe she's got like a shield and a sword, and she can go out there and hit some people. We'll see what happens here. But yeah, that part sounded awesome. So there's a cost incurred with it. You have to have performed a selfless act to utilize Life's Embrace without penalty. And that I feel like I'm completely comfortable with, because Cass saves people's lives on a daily basis. And I think, I think part of it, he does it for his, to further his medical career. But like, I think it would be nothing for him to basically, there's this person who needs to be cured of something, but he did something like one of his interns was trying to do a difficult surgery, and he basically took time out of his very busy schedule and like very hectic thing to stop in and save that, basically give this guy a better quality of life while teaching his student a lesson, and it didn't get him anything out of it. Like, so I think the selfless act thing is definitely within something he could pull off on a regular basis. So it's like, I'm not like I'm going out of my way. Like, it very much fits in tune with what my character is. If you don't do the selfless act, it says like that there is, what is it? Oh yeah, something of value will be taken from the user, either in their past, present, or future, which is kind of sketchy. I don't know what they're going to be taking from me in the future or anything like that. Future cast might have the Sword of the Ancients. We don't know. And guess what? You just lost it. But no, like I said, it seems like a very fair price to pay, which makes me think that this being is probably everything, because she's past, present, or future going to take stuff from you. And I was like, if you can do that, I mean, you got to be everything. But yeah, I haven't bought the power yet. I just bought the knowledge. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy the power, but I want to see the cost of like Touch of Life and a couple other of those things. Like, I want to know like if purchasing the title Maisha's Warden comes with anything or anything like that. Because yeah, I don't like I have to. I'm gonna converse with the DM a bit whenever he gets back from his trip, or whenever I get a chance to talk to him about like a couple things, like specifically like how knowledge cost versus use cost works, and having knowledge of this but not having access. Like I have knowledge of the thing called Life's Embrace. Does like use cost increase my proficiency with the ability, like, or does it just allow me to use it at all? Like, could I use it at a very base level and attempt to use it and work up to use it with just the knowledge cost, or do I have to do the use cost? So we'll see about that. But yeah, it seems awesome. It makes Cass a better healer. It doesn't make him a better fighter. All the things I want in this character. I think I've got some points left over after that if I buy it. So we'll see about making another knowledge purchase, or maybe one of these other ability purchases. Need to do some missions and generations, get me some more points here. I got stuff I need to spend on. I need some new shoes and stuff like that. Alright, I'm gonna stop there.